do a zoom in here. 60D Timber Spikes 5-pound box. Now I think these used to be better made than they do right now, but point is I use these, although they weigh 1 ounce each, for tent stakes. They're galvanized, and the whole idea is they screw into the ground. I have put these in frozen solid ground that's 3 feet frozen, and it works. Sometimes they're kind of difficult to get out because you got to unscrew them, but that's just my little tip. I've never really had those things fail. 5-pound box, which contains like 70 stakes, is like 17 bucks. Used to be able to get them individually. Now it seems like you just get the box. So they're available at Home Depot or wherever. Alright, another unique thing that, of course, this is not an ultralight kit. A REI folding tripod stool. I use this thing all the time. Right? There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Folding tripod stool. This thing is fantastic. Now, it's not the most durable thing in the world, so depending on how you use it and abuse it, you could have an issue. Weighs 1 pound. I'm telling you, I wouldn't take it on an AT through hike, but I take it just about everywhere else. Another thing I found very good, Phison 3-piece trekking poles. These I got off of Mass Drop, or now it's called Drop. I highly recommend them. They're very good. I think they weigh 6 ounces each. Something I've been very pleased with lately. Ecotech Outdoors insulated ground mat, right? I've showed this in my last video. This thing is really comfortable, really keeps you warm. I've been very pleased. It does weigh 24 ounces. Keeping with the sleeping stuff, here is a sheet of an Amazon Basics yoga mat. I use this for a sit pad and a kneeling pad. I use this all the time also. So it's just a little cut piece, not the lightest in the world, but does the job. Something else very unique, of course I didn't invent this stuff, the Trangium S10. I've eaten more ramen than I care to admit using this setup right here. Of course, you can use a fire, you can use camp stove, whatever. Handy Lexan spoon, 49 cents Walmart. Whatever, it's a spoon. Another Walmart knockoff, GSI stainless steel 18-ounce cup, $5. I got 4 of these things again. I've used these things more than I can even count. They're not as compact as the mess tin, but they do the job. Fatwood. What can you say about Fatwood? It works. I got a big box of it for $5. Of course, there's good people that can scavenge it. SOL Outdoors Bivy. Again, a lot of people will say a bivy is really not worth it. This is a semi-permeable, breathable type fabric. They're about $30. This is the ultralight version. I think well worth having along. GSI Ultralight Java Drip. Coffee strainer. As I mentioned in the other video, do you get a little sediment in the bottom when you pour? It's a pour over deal. So right, heat your water up, pour it over, stick it in there. It's got a little stand up here. Yeah, a little bit of sediment. Will I put up with it? You bet I will. Alright. Swiss Sport sleeping bag. This is supposedly a 32-degree Microtech 7. Now, there's good reviews of this and bad reviews of it. The zippers are cheap. Alright, so they're very thin. not good zippers. I've really never had one break, but they are very small and very thin. It's a very tight fitting bag, but it's also compacts down very well. It's a synthetic material, so the dampness doesn't affect it. Works for me. This is a neck gaiter, a buff, right? I don't know, I call them different things. Just a piece of fleece made for going around your neck. Again, bicycling, hiking, sub-zero weather, can go up about by your nose. That thing has worked fantastic for me. Another somewhat new piece of gear for me, but I've used different ponchos and 5x7 tarps for a long time. This is the One Tigris Silnai poncho. Let's see if we can zoom in here. See that right there. One Tigris. I don't know how well the focus works on this camera. Alright, Silnai poncho. I've put a couple of little pieces of cordage on here. Mason line. It's got 4 grommets. It's got a hood. It's Silnai. It will keep you covered. And again, I don't use this as a rain gear typically. If there's any wind with the poncho, rain gear doesn't work. But I have used this for a tarp, and I've used it for a quick overnighter as just a little bivvy shelter. Works fantastic. Along with that, my 2-strand twisted, so this is paracord, Ridgeline. This is about 18 feet. I've whipped this end. I have this end whipped into a loop. So I've used this for all kinds of things. Dog leash, everything else. Again, paracord, 2-strand twisted Ridgeline. Knives. Swiss Army Victorinox one-handed trekker. Tons of reviews on this. I've put a little lanyard on here and a fire steel. Use the back of the saw to strike the fire steel. Of course, I have to take the fire steel off of there. Use a piece of fat wood. I've never had it fail in just about every condition I have ever tried. So, Victorinox one-handed trekker. Got all kinds of other tools on there, but mainly I like the knife, the lock blade, the one-handed opening, the ease of sharpening, stainless steel, not 100% rust proof, has a tweezers. This I never go anywhere without. Again, we'll try and do a little zoom in. That is a Petzl Tikka headlamp with the core, Petzl core rechargeable battery. It's got 3 levels and a red light. Fantastic. Can't say enough good about that. Not the brightest headlamp. Weighs practically nothing, takes up no room. Something somewhat new, I've had it probably 6 months. A BYB light. So it says a rechargeable lithium-ion battery in there. Here is the USB port. Now, it's a bright light, I don't know, like 900 lumens maybe. Not the brightest light, not an adjustable, it's a spot only. But the fact that it's rechargeable, it's got a clip, it's got a lanyard, it's got a O-ring in there, so it's waterproof, not diving, scuba diving waterproof, but certainly, you know, splash proof and probably up to 6 inches for a limited amount of time. I think that thing works pretty darn good. This is plastic from using it for a window, you know, shrink wrap. It's a window shrink wrap. This is the extra heavy duty, and let me tell you, this will last a long time, and this is a big piece and weighs only about 6 or 7 ounces. You can do all kinds of stuff with that. Of course, contractor bags are a big alternative. Alright, talked about this. My ditch kit has my, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It has a stamp light in it, has a Survive Outdoors longer bivvy, some gauze, some aspirin, lighter, candle, soap, and then just one little shout out to this, a peeless whistle, a compass, and another fire steel. Okay, thanks for watching.